Just know that they're leaving the room because they've got a photo op or something. It's not you.
It's the band.
It's the band.
Rob said
It's always the
something.
band's fault.
How was karaoke for you last night? Did you do a number?
Sam and I did a John Bon Jovi song because nobody put in a Bon Jovi song. Which
That's in New Jersey?
I know.
That seems odd. So what song did you do?
It's my life.
Oh, it's my life. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, nice. And nobody did Wanted Dead or Alive? That's always a go-to.
Nobody put in.
Wow. Jersey.
But there were a lot of great songs.
What happened to you, Jersey?
And thank you for allowing me to crash. I told Sam and I went to dinner and I was like, I don't know if anybody's gonna recognize me if I go up on stage. She's like, it's gonna be fine.
And it was fine.
And it was fine.
Damn right it was. All right, speaking of fine, the stage is yours, my friend. We'll see you in a bit. Adrianne, Palicki, everybody.
Great intro. They're very special. I also feel like this chair is gonna fall over.
Yeah, pull it forward. There's like a...
Thank you. No.
No, breathe. Yeah. Right.
I'm just gonna stand. Probably the same height. How is everybody? I don't know what we're doing. I know this is a panel. Questions, comments. Oh, that's good. No? Still? This is math. This is what we call mathing.
It's the stage itself.
It's a stage. Okay, so if I fall off, it's whose fault?
Band. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you very much. Mike's on the other side. Okay, you guys, questions. Please ask away. Thank you.
Hi, Annie.
Hi.
Question, so you were in two pretty important episodes of the early show, obviously the pilot and also in the episode where Dean was under influence of the gin. So you wound up playing the second half to the real Sam and a sort of a dream Sam. How was that different for you, coming in a fairly short time span, but playing almost like two different characters?
That's a great question. The whole thing was so weird because honestly, like doing the pilot was so special. And it was really hard because, you know, you could become so close to, I mean, Samantha Smith is still one of my dearest friends, and then you meet the guys and you're like, we are all doing this pilot together. And then knowing you're not gonna be there anymore, felt like, you know, you're going off to college and everybody's still in high school. But I didn't really get to expand on the character, so I think it was really fun to get to come in and play kind of this ethereal yet demon person. And it had been quite a second for me, I think, as well. So, and he'd been through a bunch of other things, and you know, I think the writing just speaks for itself because it was just really fun. I don't know if that answers your question. That was a great question. Thank you.
Thank you.
This time?
Hey, big fan of all your work. My question is actually for Friday Night Lights. For the last episode, both you and Landry are in the episode, but you never share a scene together.
Correct.
Why is that? And if you did, what would you like that scene to be?
That has been talked about more than once. I don't know why they did that. And in fact, I think, you know, I did just recently ask Jason Katims this. I think they just really wanted it to end on a Riggins, Tyra thing. But there wasn't really any, like, you know, they had like a breakup scene, Landry and Tyra, on the side of a road. I was actually supposed to be in that episode, but I was shooting Red Dawn at the time, so I couldn't get to set. So they just did it over the phone, and I was like, what a bitch. But I think, I don't know, I just don't think they had enough time to wrap it all up either. You know what I mean? There's so many storylines to wrap up. I'm really, really thankful for the scene with, how it ended with Tyra though, and Tim, because I think that they're so similar. And so many people disagree with me on that, so. Your team, Landry, I can tell. Yeah, I get it. He's pretty great. But next.
Hi. First of all, I want to say I loved dancing with you last night. And also, I was wondering what your experience was like shooting Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I loved shooting Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, it was such an honor to get the phone call. They called me and asked me to play Mockingbird, and I'm a comic book nerd. My brother's a comic book writer, and so I've been reading them since I was a kid. I was not super familiar with her though, so I called my brother and I'm like, who is she? She's like West Coast Avengers, Hawkeye, whole backstory, but I was super excited to come onto it and all the action and everything else that was going along with it. Again, talk about people that you are friends with forever, like Ming Na. Our fight sequences were so much fun. Henry Simmons, just being close to all those people because you were in such an intense environment. And then they wanted to spin off Nick Blood and my character, and we shot it. It's called Most Wanted, and it was so good. But it's Marvel, so I had to go to into the producer's room, sign it, watch it on a TV with what felt like a VHS, you know what I mean, and sign all these documents. And so nobody's ever probably going to see this thing, and they ended up not picking it up. It was the same year that they canceled Agent Carter, so I think they're just trying to get rid of all the cool stuff. But I really, really love that show, and I love Nick, and I love Bobby. Are you leaving? Okay. Love you. Is your room? Hello.
Hello.
Oh my God, is that a dog?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my God.
His name's Herbie.
Tony?
Herbie.
Herbie. Oh.
Yeah. I had a question, which is, seems like Sam doesn't have the best luck with women. If
They all die.
if Jess had survived, do you think they actually would have worked out? Do you think she would have joined on as a hunter, or do you think that he would have ruined it somehow?
I don't think he would have become a hunter. I mean, I think Jessica's really an important, in the same way that, mom character really influenced Dean. I think that Sam would not have gone on that journey had it not happened to Jessica. So I don't even know that there would be a show. You know what I mean? It had to happen for him to feel so, heartbroken and compelled and wanting to find this thing. I think that was the impetus for him to, continue. And I'm really bummed that she didn't come back at the end. But it's fine. I understand.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think they'd be married. Have 2 kids, a farm.
Hi, I was just wondering about stunts and what you like doing about your own stunts and what's hard about it.
What's hard about it is the injuries. But no, I do love doing stunts. And I try to do as many as I can that they let me do. That's part of like John Wick, for example, they called because they knew that I would do stunts. It always looks better if the actor can do as much as physically possible. Now there's things you can't do, like being thrown through a glass window, and you have amazing stunt people to do that. But they also are so good at teaching you. For that movie, I got to do, intense judo, jiu-jitsu training, which I still carry with me today. For Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I still have my eskrima sticks next to my bed. That is the weapon of choice that I have in my house, because I know how to disarm a gun with those. And hit somebody in the balls. But learning new things like that is the most exciting part, and I like a challenge. And honestly, it's a lot. It's like dancing, and I was a dancer growing up, and it's really choreography, and just having somebody who's really good that you're working with, and just playing back and forth. And I think it's just really fun. But literally everything I've ever done, stunts on, I've gotten hurt. So I do not envy stunt people. I give them so much credit because they really break their bodies.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay. So personally,
I think you're like a real life Disney princess. And so I wonder who you would play, like in any live action remake of any Disney princess movie, who you would play.
Who do you think I should play?
It's not really a princess, but I think you'd make a great Hannah Montana. But like princess wise, like probably like Rapunzel.
Ooh.
Or maybe like a Cinderella.
Okay, I like all of these. Belle. Belle's my favorite. I mean, other than Mulan, she's actually my favorite, but you know, I probably couldn't play her. I would say Belle. Sleeping Beauty was my favorite growing up.
I could see Sleeping Beauty.
You know, you rewatch it later and you're like, eh. But Belle for sure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I wanted to ask what the audition process was like for Supernatural. Jess?
You know, it was interesting. I had already worked with Eric Kripke. He came in when I was doing the Lost in Space pilot. Came in as a writer. So I already had, you know, a relationship with him. And, you know, the director's so sweet, everything was so sweet. But I went straight to the directors, which was awesome. But this is like really early on in my career. So you're nervous as hell. But I think just knowing that Eric was there and I already had a relationship with him, we're both from Toledo, like, I don't know, it made me feel good. And at that point, I was already being asked if I was married to Jared. So they get our names wrong all the time. It's like, you know, or are you related? And that would be even weirder, right? But no, everybody was just super warm and gentle, and it was such a great set, that pilot, you know, and again, becoming part of the family, knowing you're not coming back is like, it's hard. So, that's a good question though. I can't believe I can remember that.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. You are the reason so many of the Asian fans thought Jensen was 5'6", you know. So I was curious because you have to, you know, play in the same shot with Jared. So like, set the record straight. How tall are you? And what kind of shoes were you wearing when you were with Jared? And how many inches did it add?
Are you talking about the nurse outfit? Those platforms, which I was surprised I didn't sprain an ankle. Because I'm 5'11".
Wow. Okay.
But Jared's like, what, 6'5"?
Yeah. Yes, 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah, he's really, really tall. So I was actually eye to eye with him. That was a lot. There were a lot of inches there. I'm like, you guys are giving me a lot of credit. Are you sure you want to put me in these right now? And I'm walking on cement. This is cool. That would have been a good stunt. A very short dress. But yes, it's actually really nice because as an actress, there are times I would miss out on parts because, especially old school Hollywood, you know, they usually cast the male leads first, and there's a lot of men who don't want to work with somebody who's taller than them. That's why I look up to people like Charlize Theron and Nicole Kidman, Sigourney Weaver, people who are very, Gina Davis, very, very tall, and statuesque. And so it's really nice when you get to look up to somebody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hello.
Sorry. Hi. First of all, welcome to the party.
Thank you.
But my question is kind of about the stunt blocking for the fire scene. At one point, Jared and Jensen talked about how there was a lot of practical effects on their end and like actual fire. I was curious how your setup for the scene went and if you had any interesting stories for filming that.
Well, I was only there for like a brief second of the fire, the actual one, but like, no, Sam and I were taking turns with the green screen that was on the floor. And being positioned in the most awkward of ways. Do you know what I mean? Like, and you have all these people just staring over you, and you have one leg over here, and then one arm over here, and you're actually laying down as opposed to being on a ceiling, which would have been really cool if we were on a ceiling. But yeah, I mean, it's like that movie magic thing, right? Where you're like, this is not glamorous at all, and I'm in a negligee, and my leg looks, I'm like, can you see anything here? But no, I mean, I was thankfully very safe. We were in, again, a studio and a green screen, so nothing super exciting. I didn't almost die, is pretty much what I'm saying.
Probably much safer than real fire.
Yes, usually. Fake fire is much better for the skin. Yes, my dear.
Hi.
Hello.
I loved you as Bobby, and so upset that the spin-off didn't happen. But I also loved you in Quasi. So my question is, which one do you prefer, the action stuff or like the funny, ridiculous stuff?
That's a hard question. I love doing comedy. I love action comedy, actually. I think that if I had, like the next thing I'd like to do, because I think I have one good action movie left in me because I'm 43, but I would like it to be an action comedy. But I thought that, that's why I like Bobby too, because I think that she was actually really, really funny. I mean, her and Hunter had some really good banter, as well as doing the action stuff and making fun of him being, a little wuss as she's kicking ass for him, So I love that balance, but I really love doing Quasi. That was so much fun to work with the Broken Lizard guys.
You must have so much fun there.
Oh my, we just never stop laughing. And the wardrobe was amazing. Princess Bride. I was like, I'm feeling very buttercuppy right now, so the comedy version.
Thank you.
Thank you.